Is cannabis going to flame out and go by the wayside like Bitcoin seems to be doing? Or is the cannabis industry going to be a GDP staple? This is a question that I've been asking myself, being in business and sales for 15 years, always keeping up on the latest trends, the articles. It seems like CBD, since legalization, but California, Colorado, Michigan, other states, has really taken off. A few statistics I'll be giving you through my research. Was it Fool.com, Rolling Stone, Grandview Research, MJ Biz, Forbes, Flow Hub, even the New York Post. Last year, September, had an article basically stating projected by 2020, which this year the annual revenue projected for the cannabis industry would rival the NFL and Taco Bell, totaling at about $15 billion. That's a huge, huge jump. Some other statistics, if you want to go at global market value, by 2025, projected to be 146 billion, not million, billion. 22 billion by 2022 for the CBD industry. You're looking at 2017 when things really started to jump off. There was a 20 to 23 billion dollar jump in the economy from the cannabis industry. $10 billion in North America was private company investment in 2017. The global spending by 2027 is going to be roughly 57 billion. Now, to contrast that, the global spending of 57 billion is basically going to be what the revenue of companies like Merck, Pfizer, and Big Pharma, they usually bring in the 50s as far as revenue. So spending and revenue are a little different. But if the spending starts to be that high, then you're starting to think, hey, if we're spending that much, the revenue is going to be even more. And this is by 2027. In 2019 alone, so last year, $394 million in capital was raised by private companies for the cannabis industry, whether it's industrial hemp, which is helped a little bit by the Farm Bill. So basically, if you have a piece of land big enough to be categorized as a farm incorporated, you can actually get a license to grow industrial hemp so they can do research. You don't have to be boxed out by the high ticket price to open a dispensary. Yeah, dispensaries are bringing in roughly estimated $3 million a year in total sales, and operating cost is around 1.9 million. So you're probably clearing $1 million in sales, but startup capital, you need at least $750,000, 775,000. But the good thing also, if you're a woman, 36% of the executives in the marijuana industry, female. Average starting salary, $58,000. Projected growth over the next 24 months is roughly going to be over 20%. So good growing job market, great with hiring and having women in leadership, great starting salary, but the barriers to entry, high capital cost, and you are going to make a lot of money, but no one really has 750,000 laying around. So it's a little give and take as far as the employment versus the top end as far as starting your own business, being an entrepreneur. But the CBD oil industry is taking off. It says that 90% of the global market, based on the research, is in the U.S., so that's the opportunity right there. It's expected to be, I think, end of this year, $1 billion in revenue from CBD. So that's another good thing. Obviously, you have to get to the 30s and the 50 billions to be on rival with Big Pharma, but in a short amount of time, already at $1 billion in revenue. And even within the 24 months, like I was saying, 22 billion in projected sales in CBD and the legalized marijuana. And that's doubled from 2018. 2018, the sales were 10 billion. So myself being a critical person, being an analytical person, being someone who's business minded, thinking about multiple streams of revenue, this is something where I've been hesitant initially till I did my research, saw the results, saw what was going on legally, saw what was going on economically, what was going on socially. To me, it's looking like a good time to keep picking up the research, linking up with like-minded people about CBD and marijuana, and seeing where things go. Because if you're pulling in numbers of 22 billion in sales, which is doubling from 2 years prior, you're going to be up there with big pharma. So I think, in my own opinion, like I said, do your research. Grandview Research, MJ Biz, Forbes, Rolling Stone, Fool.com, FlowHub, New York Post. Everybody's writing about this. Do your statistics. Always look at revenue, look at operating costs, look at, like I said, the Farm Bill that was passed. Regardless how you feel about the administration, the Farm Bill actually did help people in the hemp and industrial hemp industry, because if you have a farm and land, you can actually get paid to grow hemp, sell it, and basically you're really just helping with the research. Because a lot of times, if the research is done, you see how many people with different ailments, cancer, nausea, PTSD, are helped a lot by medical marijuana, CBD, inflammation, different psychological ailments. This is something that is helping people. So do your research. Follow your own moral compass, whether you feel this is good or not, bad or not. But look, do your own research. Read everything, even stuff you don't initially agree with. Read, because there could be some grains of truth. Researchers and scientists you didn't look at, studies you didn't look at. Look at international studies. Look at South America, Central America, the Caribbean, Germany, Israel, Russia, France. Look at everybody. See what's being done. See the money that's being done. And like I said, if the jobs are projected to go up by 20% in 2 months, hey, that's growing. If you're a female in business and you're trying to get into something else, 36% executives in the industry are female, so that's a positive. And yeah, if you get enough people together, get some capital to open up a dispensary, average revenue is $3 million. Operating cost average is 1.9. So you're bringing home $1 million, and you're cutting home with $1 million. So hey, it could be a lifelong strategy for you. But do your research. Me personally, myself, I feel that it is viable and it is growing. So hey, let me know what you think. Like, comment. I am not sponsored by Sriracha, but I love the stuff. Like I said, comment, let's talk. I'd love to just network with people. Hit me on Instagram. On my IG, it's MyasWorldPressLLC, MYAS World PRESS LLC. On Twitter, MyasWorldPress. And this is my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you like it. I'm going to have a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to have sales curriculum, free sales curriculum that I can send you, sales collateral. I have a couple books online that I just started, ebooks and paperback. As far as the books, the one I just published today, the Millennial Sales Matrix, helping you figure out how to crack codes and get what you want out of sales. Millennial Sales Matrix, 13 ways to crack the code, and 7 successful management tips. My other book that I put out was the 7 Universal Laws of Sales, a pocket guide for the millennial sales professional. And my third book I put out is for my lovely daughter. It is Maya's Magic Adventures, Maya and the Magic Feather. Part 1, Part 2 and 3 come later. But peace, family. Love y'all. Let me know what you thought about this video, and talk to you soon.